Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Virgo, October 13, 2022. You enjoy the satisfaction of keeping your feet on the ground today. The motivation to make needed changes can come through an intense enjoyment of your work, services, and projects. Instead, the determination to improve your health can be in focus. Even with some things still up in the air, getting to the bottom of a matter can be rewarding as a game plan can emerge. You may be looking to bring a project to a new level. It's a good time to focus on the essentials in your life and remind yourself of the value of a slow but steady approach. The idea is to strengthen your future by taking care of the present. Today is good for establishing yourself in some manner, particularly in your work. You are interested in long-term security. A significant day around long-term planning is upon you. While this could turn your attention a bit more toward achievement and success, it will also help you and a partner discuss how you can build your empires together. Drumming up a vision that you want to co-create will help you both to be strategic about how to get there. Be practical and concrete, as you normally are, and map out the full effort to reach these major goals, hopes, and dreams. If you start now, you could harness the tenacity, perseverance, and energy to move mountains. Are you doing all that you can to progress in your career path? You may need to align yourself with better habits or routines to ensure that you are creating a wonderful career when the Sun in Libra trines Saturn retrograde in Aquarius. The airy trine suggests that you are open to revising the structure of your profession, reputation, and accomplishments. You may need to assume more responsibility over unique commitments in your daily schedule, especially if you want to personalize your career path. Professional harmony and balance can come from making changes. In the lead up to the moon's return to your income sector tomorrow, this is an important point in any month for having your antennas up while keeping an open mind. This gives you a chance to focus more on a friendly aspect between the Sun on the job and Saturn on the career front that peaks today, before teaming up with Mars to focus more on the money from tomorrow. Wanting something has usually led you to getting it, don't you find? You have a tenacious grasp on the earthly realm, and when it comes to goal setting you are among the most impressive. When it comes to your body, your approach may need to be a little more flexible. Although you tend to strive for perfection, remember that the human condition is very fluctuating, and you need to make room for the days you just won't be able to live up to your stringent expectations. Take it easy on yourself. Today, we would strongly encourage you to start introducing a new rhythm in your personal life and jumping into a big project. Don't turn everything upside down and have confidence in yourself because you will need it to conclude your projects. This vibration is more intellectual than sentimental, and that's why you have decided to act differently. Remain autonomous and try to motivate yourself more. If you don't, you won't get to your objectives. It is all a question of being organized. The moon's return to Taurus each month is always a valuable chance to check in and become more emotionally and intuitively engaged. As is the case with all monthly visits since their return in January, as the moon crosses the lunar nodes today, this will make a balance between your personal and relationship needs more transparent and with perfect timing. It is later next week that the Sun and Venus will both return to your relationship sector, with a chance to go into this knowing what you want from your relationships and what they need from you. As the moon makes its monthly visit to Taurus, it is a given that it will cross the lunar nodes. It will be a different story when the Sun returns to your relationship sector later next week, turning the next two encounters into eclipses. For now, through your emotional and intuitive responses, the moon is giving you a read on the balance between your personal and relationship needs. Our eyes in the sky. There is a purification process unfolding in the skies. Don't let anyone dim your light even as the tougher planetary connections are pulling at you and trying to make you feel self-conscious. Yes, there is a continuation with Uranus and the Libra Sun, which share a minor frustration that seems as though it's tugging at your soul. The collective is now met with another aspect, with the Sun's position in balancing Libra and Saturn in Aquarius harmonizing the energy. These aspects are meant to change society, but it isn't going to happen overnight. It will help you gain insight into your life from a very spiritual level. You can't control what's happening on a larger scale. Internally, that's where the greatest change is going to occur. You can support your friends and family through these times and even take to the streets in the name of social justice. Libra is the sign of the law, and Saturn in Aquarius dictates policies. Think of this as a cosmic alliance that requires in-depth diplomacy on all levels. The scales only tip when one side isn't doing its job from a place of truth. What do you see that needs changing? Luckily, the energy encourages you to tell it like it is to anyone who will listen and shout it to anyone who isn't paying attention. Be open to those you trust who have more life experience, because they're serving as your guide through these eye-opening transits, especially when Mars in Gemini squares Neptune in Pisces in the evening. There can be an obsessive-compulsive element to this day as well. Perfectionist tendencies are very possible. Be careful to check your thoughts and make sure that you aren't being too hard on yourself. Aspects are slowing down your ability to earn the kind of money you may have become used to and asking you to become more responsible about how you spend your cash. Establish limits so you can save for retirement or other goals. Your house of creativity, family, and fun are affected. If you're having trouble getting motivated, just think about how what you do now will benefit your family in the future. In the morning, Venus in Libra squares off with Pallas, the goddess asteroid of strategy, in Cancer, creating a disconnect between how we give and receive love. The square stimulates conflict, so we recognize how our romantic conduct is working against us. Indeed, we might have been using Cancerian care and support as a strategy for entrapping lovers. In all likelihood, manipulation techniques were not entered into consciously. We simply assumed that the best way to get others to like us was to make ourselves as accommodating as possible. Yet now, we see that relationships formed using coercive means are not healthy. The whole game may fall apart, forcing us to come clean to partners and work towards achieving union more healthily. The cosmic weather is then quiet until the evening, when the Libra Sun trines Saturn in Aquarius, helping us to achieve our goals. Our past labor bears fruit, and we are provided with recognition for reaching a personal milestone. Structures have been put in place which facilitate our success. Therefore, we work less hard and see greater returns. Those with less experience can benefit from our guidance at this time. We might even use this influence to train someone to manage less rigorous duties as we rise into a position of authority and take on more responsibility.